Hello and welcome back again. And you currently find me, well, basically out at first light. I set off at about 5 and I've got to a mountainside town of Castello Nuovo or Novo. I'm murdering that again, but it's a beautiful little town. It's got a little, castle which has been renovated to a good standard. You can walk around and have a good look around. The town has a lot of amenities, and it's very quaint, and you get a real sense of old Portuguese living. Now, we visited that yesterday, but I'm here to actually hike a trail to the top. Now, I've tried to find a lot of information about this trail. I'm struggling to find any, but that's probably down to what I'm putting in the search engine. But getting back to the point, I'm going to see if I can get to the top. I don't have any trail apps. I tried downloading some and tried to get some that worked for me personally, and didn't really have a lot of luck. So that's something I'll probably invest a lot more time in when I've got the time to do it. But I'm just waiting for just that fraction more light for me to start hitting the trail, and I'll bring you along with me. I think I've got enough light now to start my actual hike, but if you look at the town there, you can see the spire there from the church, and directly above it is the actual top of the Gardenia mountain I'm trying to get to. So yeah, we'll give this a good go. Like I say, I've always got time constraints, and that's always my problem. It's near enough my last day here. I've got one more day, so I've got to make the most of this now. Well, the views are starting to open up. You can see the sunrise there, and I'm bringing you around, and you can start to see what I suppose you'd call the foothills or the beginnings of the Gardenia mountain here. And I'm walking up what is the main road into Castello Novo, and I can smell loads of fruit, as in figs, grapes. The air is fresh, there's a nice breeze, you'll probably hear that, which is good for me. I'll take you over here. There's some ruins down here, and there's a river which goes to a communal swimming area and a calf, but I won't be enjoying that today. Like I said, I'm heading up there and to the left to the steeper parts. But yeah, the quality won't be too brilliant at the moment because I don't have the best camera equipment, but we'll give this a good shot. I'm actually walking through the town streets now to get onto my route. The route I'm using is through the Google Maps format. Not ideal, but it's what I'm working with. So it's given me a route to where I want to get to on those fire roads and trackways, so I'll see how that pans out. But just walking past a little fountain here, as you can see, and I'll spin you around. As you can see, it's dead quiet here, and I want to get out of this particular area and get on the trail before it comes to life. I've definitely got enough light now, so I'm pushing hard now, and because I've got a rucksack full of fluid, drinks, bit of food and stuff like that, you know, it's a bit more weight than I usually carry or have carried for a little while on a trail or a hike, so I'm beginning to feel it already. Trackway's just come out of the town or village, and I've come out by a factory, and you can see the basic horseshoe or a re-entrant to the mountains above it. But there is a second line behind it which I'm trying to get to, but I realised I could have bypassed that slog up the hill through the town and found somewhere here to park. But, you know, I've done it from the bottom to the top. That's the one thing I can say. I haven't kind of cut any corners. So there's a bit of achievement there, but you'll just see that sunrise coming over the mountains over there, and it's going to be a hot one. I'm already sweating. But yeah, I'm keen to get off this hard standing road now and get on the trails up through that and beyond. So with the sun coming up, I've just got round to the actual, basically what I will probably call the trailhead, and as you can see there's lots of information and signs there. Yet again, more dogs. But we're heading up here and up into like what I'm calling the foothills. Yeah, as we start going up the slopes you can see the remnants of very old terraces which would have been worked, and there actually is ruins there. If you look everywhere in nooks and crannies you'll see that a half-hearted construction, or one that is pretty much you know, a ruin now. But yeah, clearly see that this landscape has been worked even on these steep slopes. And there it is in all its glory, 1,227 metres I've got to climb, and that's over 7 kilometres. So we'll see how I do in this heat. But yeah, it's already proven to be, you know, quite hard work in this heat already. And as the sun is coming up, it really is starting to you can just feel it burning on the back of your neck. Right, I've had a very small little piece of off-road going, and I'm on, well, gravel fire tracks, as you can see here now. So far it's clearly signposted, so I can switch my app off and save power in my phone, you know, should I need it later on. But boy, you know, this heat is making things a lot harder than I anticipated. It was hot last night, there was not a lot of wind, I didn't sleep that well, so not the best. I'm not in the best of starting conditions, but you know, I'm here, and yeah, boy, it feels good to be on the trail and to be on what I'm calling stuff that I enjoy. I did the walk in Fundao to the platform, viewing platform, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, but this is already shaping up to, in my expectation, to surpass that. But obviously it comes at a price. It's a little bit more effort and a little bit more sweat and distance. So, you know, I'm going to carry on, and as I've said, I'll take you with me. So we'll turn around and we'll see what we've got installed. And a church bell. I've been hearing quite a lot of those since I've been here in Portugal. So as you can see, this fire track is winding up this well, basic slope here, and I've gone past the or I'm now pretty much just about to go past those well, areas people have worked. There's a few houses there in the distance. I don't know how you get to those, but there's a ruin I'm heading to straight away anyway, so I'm going to continue along this track. I can see plenty of footprints and there's some tyre tracks, and you will probably hear dogs in the distance. Like I said, chicken or cockerels and dogs, rural central Portugal. You either love it or you hate it, but either way you've got to get used to it. Well, as I've just said but already before, this is turning into hard work. I'm going to have to get some sun cream on in a minute. It's really starting to burn through. But boy, I'm loving this. This is real like mountain hiking. There seems like there is some alternative routes. I can't confirm that because I followed one particular sign and it pointed me basically going up through scrub, and it looks like there's remnants of a trail, but you'd be bushwhacking. So I stuck to what my app, or no, what Google Maps was telling me. And so far what I think I'm going to be doing is doubling back on what possibly could be a shortcut to this like fire road where you could have come directly straight up to it. Who knows, like I say, I don't have time to bushwhack today, but boy, I'm loving this. And this is why, you know, this is why you get up early and you do these things. It's absolutely glorious. I'm feeling the buzz, I've got a sweat on, I can feel my heart pounding, and I'm full of excitement to see where I'm going to end up. And this, like I keep saying, this is what the outdoors is about and why you get out and do it. So this road at this particular point is in pretty good condition. You can see a building up there. Somebody would have worked hard to do that up there. But if I stop and just pan you around, you can look around and see right down into the valley and the actual town itself. Granted, the sun's going to be in your eyes, but boy, you can see for miles already. And I can see the track is going to get a lot steeper as it goes up around that ridge line. I've just stopped to look behind me. I've took a bit of a breather and put some sun cream, get hydrated, put my hat on behind this little cutaway in the track leading up around to the next switchback. But just looking back there, it's really impressive, and like I said, I'm loving every minute of this. Right, you can see these rock formations above me over here, where if you kind of look in between there, you will see another ridge line way in behind that, and obviously it's a lot higher. And I can only guess I'm heading in that direction, and what is behind this rock stack, I can't imagine. It's obviously going to be getting higher and higher. But just when you think you're climbing the actual ridge line and you're going to get some flat ground to walk along, you just see more hills behind it, and you're just going over and over. And the switchbacks are quite deceptive because you feel like you've just made it around the corner to some flat, but all you're doing is just compensating for the slope in the hill, and you're still going up. There's going to be some wind noise now, but there is a trig point here and a marker stone. It says Fundau here. Saying on the back. Can't read that, but this is the jewel in the crown, that trig point, and I'm going to scamper up there. Going to leave my hiking stick there. I'm going to work out how I get up here without falling. Right, how do I get across? Yeah, the wind is quite strong here now, but obviously we've got a lot of altitude. And this trig point, or I believe it's a trig point, I'm only going by what it could possibly be in reference to what I know in the UK. Whoa, look at that. All of Central Portugal in front of me. Whoa. I can see down to the lake that we go swimming in. It's absolutely glorious, but it is windy. You might not appreciate it for the sound quality, but for me it's really it's like a breath of fresh air. It's cooling me right off. Now let's take a look up here. There's a set of steps carved into the rock, and it looks like there's a viewing gallery with an information board. I can see that. Whoa! there we go. Castello Velo. Whoa. Just get some information on this and let's see what it says. So apparently, according to that information board, I'm sitting at around about, or standing at about 1,000 meters. So I do know I've got 227 to climb or thereabouts to get to where I want to at the top of the Gardenia Mountains. So I'm going to push on and try and get to the top and possibly have a more leisurely stroll back down. Because by then I will know roughly the time frames it's all taken and be able to do some calculations. Because like I said, I've got to be back home to take the kids swimming. So yeah, the first bit is a bit of like a mad scramble to get it done. I've just come across another viewing platform, but it's at a rather strange angle and it looks like it's dipping off in sort of like a a gradient that would suggest that it's about to tip off the edge. There's no sign saying that it shouldn't be like that, so I can only gather it's constructed like that to offer maximum kind of, well, scare factor. I'm not sure, but yeah, it kind of rolls forward. Yeah, everything, you can see where it's attached on the ground, so it's obviously manufactured to be like this. Yeah, it's all solid here. You can see where it's attached to the rock there. But yeah, you strangely end up, standing here, kind of in a kind of falling forward motion or feeling. But it does kind of maximise that view you got in your head anyway. And there's an old ruin down there. Right, I'm going to walk back off this platform and get back on the trail. It still says I got 59 minutes. I got some cattle there kind of roaming wild up here. First ones I've seen. Haven't seen any sheep incidentally, and they tend to be scattered all over the higher ground, but yeah, this is the first kind of livestock I've seen. And I to be absolutely honest with you, I haven't seen nobody else. I'm the only person up here so far as I can gather. This track is kind of turned into a little bit of like a makeshift tarmac. You can see where tracked vehicles have been going up and they've scored the ground here. But yeah, I've got a feeling four-wheel drives and agricultural vehicles could possibly get up here, if it wasn't too wet, with relative ease on these fire tracks, but or trackways. But I possibly wouldn't advise your ordinary saloon car to try it. But yeah, I'm still going up. There's a ruin over there. Some interesting rock formations. But I'm going to have to stop and rehydrate again. I'm going to try and find a little bit of shade. Well, boys and girls, I'm going to take you for a little look out over. There is a lot of wind, like I said. We are high. But I've still to get to the top up there. But you can see that we have made some real big progress. We're fast becoming in line with the top of that ridge over there. So yeah, we've put a lot of effort in to get to here. Whoa. And that's where I'm going. I've got to get going. Actually, I do have a slight little bit of burn in my leg muscles. You know, I shouldn't have, because I do a lot of hiking, but today I'm actually feeling it, so I'm probably a little bit out of condition. Yes, I'm walking on this trackway here at the moment. Stunning views and that. The wind is just, well, it's pleasant in the fact it's keeping me cool till it catches one of the patches where I've got a bit of sweat on my back or something like that, and then it really chills you. The sun is really strong though, and you know, even with sun cream I can feel I'm getting hit with the sun pretty bad. I'm just going to have to apply some more in a minute, I think. I've just had to stop and show you this because even though I've got a track, you can see it is some serious uphill and switchbacks to get up there. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of work, but yeah, curiously there is the track itself, from what I can see from the signs back there, takes you on a slightly different route round here, but like I said, I don't have time to bushwhack, and the track doesn't look like it's been fully maintained. So yeah, I really want to get to the top of this mountain, and this is my best option with the time frames I have available. But I have brought an extra battery pack to be able to charge my phone with, should I have needed to you know, navigate off road, shall I say. But no, if I've got this option, I'm taking it, and when I come back next time, I can make more time available to myself to do a bit of bushwhacking. But I will just feel exceptionally happy to stand up next to that radio tower up there. But these rocks, they just look so, wow, otherworldly. Like, you know, it's like somebody's just thrown a load of giant pebbles all over the landscape. But you know, nevertheless, it makes for a different kind of hiking than what I'm used to back home in Cornwall. There's my friend, and he seems to be doing this, he doesn't seem to be panting and making a lot of noise, so I'm guessing he's a little fitter than I am. Some of those rocks look so precarious, they just look like it would take just a small little breath of wind or a little push and they'd come crashing down. I guess that's what's happened to this one, but yeah, like I say, it doesn't look like it would take a lot to set those off. Right, I'm on top the Gardenia mountain, and my god, it is windy up here, but I'm looking directly at the Sierra de Estrella mountain over there, and you can just see those twin bubbles of the communication towers up there on the horizon. Only just faintly make them out, but they're there. I'm looking completely down into the valley where Fundau and all the other towns would be, and across to the other hills that have all these wind turbines on, and I'll bring you around and you'll see a lot of communication equipment, which you can see from most roads looking up onto this mountain. You can just see the lake poking around the back of that rock there, and I believe that is the actual official trig mark up there. And you can just see the horseshoe there going around that sits above the town that I've just made my way up here from. made it away, or got round to the actual trig point here, and I'm just following a track. There's another stone boundary marker there. Now I'm just going to try to work out how to get up to it. A lot of wind, like I say, because the land mass is heating up with the sun, you get like a convection effect. So on higher ground you get a lot of wind. Right, I'm up here now and I'm on top the Gardinian mountain. Whoa, and there you go, all the way around. I think it's 1,227 metres, so I could be wrong, I can't remember, but I think you can walk right the way around this horseshoe and come back down into the village. There you go. Oh. And there it is, the lake. Central Portugal before you. Well, I'm sat around the back of the trig point. It's a massive structure. It's not like ours in the UK. I take it they're trig points, but it's a point that indicates high ground anyway. That's blatantly obvious. But yeah, up here there's a lot of telecommunication equipment and stuff like that. So you know, it's not the prettiest scene on the top, but the views are spectacular all the way round. Was it worth coming up? Yes. Was it worth getting up for? Yes. You know, I can already see other trails I would like to do. I'd like to do the complete horseshoe around and come back into the village, you know, around the top of the re-entrant. But, you know, time is a premium today. I don't have the time. I'm sitting here with a donut to get some energy back in me. I got some drink. And obviously this is not the classic healthy hiking food and drink. But in any case, I will say you need to bring something if you're out doing hikes like this one here, to keep keep you going, sustain you through the actual task in hand. But yeah, I'm totally stoked to be up here. I've seen nobody. I am the only one here, which makes it kind of a little bit more special, if you know what I mean. I haven't 100% followed or stayed true to the track. Like I said, where it's kind of deviated off, I haven't followed because quite simply I don't have time to bushwhack. So I've basically come up the track. You know, I'm here at the top. I had to climb from the bottom to the top, from the village to the top. So I feel, you know, thoroughly justified in saying I've done or climbed to the top of this mountain. But ultimately I would like to do that track in its proper entirety as it's laid out, because obviously it would involve a little bit more off-road from what I can see. But yeah, this has been fantastic. I'm going to eat this, have this, and make my way back down the way I came up, and then I'll catch you down at the car and have a little chat. And yeah, so I'm going to finish my donut and I'll catch you later. So as I've said, I haven't followed the trail. I've been on the trackway, but I've just come across one of the signs, and I'm going to see how difficult it actually is. I'm on the downward leg now, and I've possibly got leeway for a small bit of room, so I'll see how it works out. And if it becomes just totally stupid, I'll just head back to the trackway, because obviously, as I keep saying, I don't have time to burn. But yeah, I'm just about to see what this trackway is actually like. So there you go, the yellow and red bars, and that it denotes the actual official track. So let's see how maintained this is. And there's a pond there. But unfortunately, and as you can see, it's wasted. You know, there's a lot of bushwhacking there involved there. I'm not going to push through there. That's going to be stupid now. I've burned so much time, and it's something to come back when it's been maintained. So as I suspected from my first initial look at the pretty much the start of this trailhead, you can see you could do it, but you'd probably have to dedicate a whole day, you know, long trousers, bushwhacking, and because the trail wouldn't be easily identifiable, you'd be cutting your own, and indeed probably backtracking to get back to the proper trail itself. So, you know, I didn't have the time, as I've said a million times. So yeah, I've made the best choice, because I basically wanted to hike up this mountain. Done it, tick in the box. I'll come back and do some more trails around here when I'm next back in Central Portugal. Well, I'm back at the car, and I am absolutely threaders, knackered, shot to pieces, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely finished. That took it out of me, the heat. I've gone through about 3.5 litres of water. My whole skin is shimmering with, well, just sweat. I've got sun cream on as well, which makes it look a little bit greasy, but it makes no difference. I am covered in sweat and dripping with water. I've just gone and got myself a can of drink and an ice lolly from the shop here, which is by the, I don't know what you would call it, river swimming pool. It's the sort of thing that most villages or towns have, where a river gets dammed up to allow people to swim in it this time of year. Very pleasant, and all the community use it. I'll just let you have a quick little look without filming people swimming. Well, there it is. You got like the calf, and in behind that you got all the swimming of the river that's been blocked up. But I'll just show you up here. If you look at the very highest point up there, above that telegraph pole, you might just see that red and white telecommunications tower. That's where we've come from. So yeah, it's getting busy here. Our cars are beginning to block other cars in, because they obviously assume you're here for the day. well, I'm going to get out of my parking space, make way for a local, get home and go swimming myself with my kids. But I'm just totally stoked actually to have done it. You know, a mountain in the morning and then swimming with the kids in the afternoon, you know, what more could you want? So yeah, I'm going to wrap this vlog video up. I hope you enjoyed it, and if nothing else, you've witnessed me torture myself here. But no, I'm loving it. I'm totally buzzing. I'm stoked. You know, you go to bed early to get up to do these things and make the most of the day, make the most of your life, and just get out into, you know, nature, see it, and do what you got to do. So yeah, this is Andy, and take care, and I hope to see you out on the trail.